something good that happened to him. Laie getting 13 points. That's absolutely huge out of him because Laie, he hasn't. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this live Streetsboro Rockets basketball broadcast on Rocket Sports Network, a collaboration between Streetsboro Athletic Department, 88.9 WSTB, and the Rocket Report. I'm Bryce Posek, along with my partner, Trevor Kamlowski.
Hello, everybody.
And today, the Streetsboro Rockets are hosting the Field Falcons.
Yeah, it's a good matchup here, a MAC conference matchup. But real quick before we talk about that, we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. So, Bryce, as I was saying there, it is a MAC conference matchup here tonight. So the Rockets are sitting at 5th place in the MAC conference right now, with the Falcons trailing at 7th. Pretty evenly skilled teams here. We do know that the Falcons have lost one of their better players, Trevor Dixon. Some unfortunate events there, and he is no longer playing. But yeah, so Ryan Roscoe, though, for the Rockets, star player, he's been performing real well. 28 points Wednesday night against Ravenna. And hopefully looking to continue that. He's at 4 of 6 games this season. He's scored over 20 points for the Rockets. And then on the other side of the ball, leading the Falcons in scoring is Mason Folst. And he's also leading them in rebounds as well. So a little bit of a star player there.
Yeah, it's pretty good to know that we're going to look at a good matchup tonight. Currently, the Rockets are 2-3 in the conference, and Field is 1-4 in the conference.
Yeah.
So it should be a very, very solid matchup between two very good teams out there.
Yeah, I completely agree there. And then also, we talked about Rockets played Ravenna Wednesday night. That was a 73-55 kind of momentum win there for the Rockets. A bit of a slow start to the season, and then really picked it up last night. Leading by 10 at half, came out real strong, and then actually going into the fourth quarter, only up by 1 point, and went on a 14-1 run to finish out that game there.
I mean, 14-1, that's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive there for them.
Not only on offense, because I know they've struggled scoring, but defensively. And so for our starters of the game, for Field, we have number 3, Mason Folst, number 5, Jackson Berlin, 11, Paxton Silvius, 23, Sam Confer, and 24, Joey Conroy. And starting for the Rockets will be Ethan Laie, Braden Hodge, Adrian Monroe, Ryan Roscoe, and Janier Cook.
Yeah, now we're getting onto the court here to get the game started.
And so this is not the first game, but the first game, home game, where Adrian has started over P.J. Robinson.
Yeah, he started Wednesday night over P.J., and then Coach Marcini stuck with that today. So we got Adrian Monroe on the court instead of P.J. Robinson there.
Well, you see, I understand it because although Robinson, very, very talented, he is definitely more of a scorer.
Yeah.
As Roscoe wins the tip, but it'll get into the hands of Folst. Ball found the way back to Folst. Folst shoots a three. No good, rebounded by Roscoe. Roscoe drives. Roscoe currently guarded by Silvius. And pass to Laie. Laie swings it on down to Monroe. Monroe hits Hodge. Hodge to Roscoe. Roscoe, corner three. No good. Off the rim as Laie gets the offensive rebound. Laie hits Monroe. Monroe, corner three. It's good.
That'll put Monroe on the board. That may be his first three this season. I'm not 100% sure there.
You know, he's not much of a three-point shooter, but it's one of those things where he's not limiting his arsenal.
Yeah, for sure.
And so taking it up will be Silvius, guarded by Hodge.
Silvius at the top of the key, moving around.
Silvius hits Conroy. Conroy only about 5'9", as he tries to pass it on down to Mason Folst as he gets pushed out of bounds for a foul. And a lot of hustle out there from these guys, definitely. So running the point guard right now will be Silvius for the Falcons. Silvius to Conroy. Conroy hits Folst. Folst to Conroy. Conroy swings it down to the big man, to Confer. And off the shoe of Folst, going the way of the Rockets.
Yeah, so now that'll be Rockets will gain possession here. There'll be 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Rockets are leading by 3. So Ethan Laie is taking it up the court now for the Rockets. Gives it over to Roscoe in the corner, back up to Laie, over to Hodge.
And Hodge has the ball. Sends the lob up to Roscoe. Very athletic play, just doesn't let it fall. And so now Conroy drives in as he gets pushed out of bounds by Hodge.
Yeah, so that will, I believe we're going to get a foul. Yeah, foul here on Hodge. That'll be Hodge's first foul of the night.
You know, Hodge, he does acquire a lot of fouls every night, but it's within good practice because he also does get 2.7 steals leading the team.
Yeah, for sure.
So now Silvius. Silvius to Folst. Folst to Conroy. A foul is called. Lots of fouls starting the game already. 3 for the Rockets now.
Yeah, that's 3 different players. Those fouls will fall on Janier Cook, Braden Hodge, and now Ethan Laie.
And so Conroy will inbound the ball. See, it's Confer down low. As he sinks it. So taking it up will be Laie for the Rockets. Laie drives, hits Hodge. Hodge hits Monroe. So he got tipped out of bounds. Will be going the way of the Rockets.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. Had 2 guys going to the same spot. Almost put a double coverage on Monroe there when he was trying to make that pass. So a little difficult for him there.
Yeah, you know, it's early in the season. It's just bad communication.
Yep.
As Laie holds on to it. Hits Hodge. Hodge, deep 3. Not a bad shot. Rebounded by Roscoe, so he's called for the foul.
Yeah, that foul, I believe it's going to fall on number 24, Joey Conroy there. Not 100%. We'll see what the officials say. Roscoe going to the line. And actually, it is going to go on Mason Folst. It's a block. And Roscoe shooting 2.
And part of the best thing for Roscoe this year is he's shooting 88% from the free throw line. Absolutely outstanding. Last game he went 5 for 7. Those are definitely the big stats we look for as he sinks his first. Now Roscoe with his second. No good. It's rebounded by Folst. Folst hits Conroy. Guide right down to Silvius. Silvius, deep 3. No good. Rebounded by the big. Puts it back up. second basket of the night. First basket of the night.
Yeah, that rebound will be on Jackson Berlin there. Roscoe drives, kicks it out to Hodge. Hodge, another 3 attempt. That's one falls, good. Nothing but net. Rockets take the lead up to 3 again.
He's like lightning, where he doesn't miss twice, let me tell you. Hodge just looks great out there. And now Silvius will take it up for the Falcons. Silvius guarded by Cook. Silvius sits Folst. Drives down to Silvius. Silvius spin around, hits the mid-range on Laie. And now you can always respect some good post moves.
Yeah, you gotta love the post moves. And now here's Hodge, left wing. Now up to Laie. Laie at the top of the key, looking to move the offense a little bit.
And he just swings down to Monroe. Monroe back to Laie. Laie to Hodge. Hodge to Roscoe. Roscoe to Hodge. Just really moving the ball right now, looking for options.
Yeah, moving up around. Looks like they're trying to find something interiorly here. On 3-man shell. Laie kicks out to Monroe. Monroe, corner 3. That one's also no good. Rebounded by Folst.
And good steal by Hodge, averaging 2.7 a game. Hits Monroe in the corner. Monroe drives. Hits Roscoe. Roscoe up for the easy lay. Roscoe looking good in the night already. Let's take it up will be Folst. Folst hits Conroy.
Conroy back to Folst. And now it's coming over to Silvis. Silvis at the top of the key. Monroe on him.
Silvius to Conroy. Conroy down to Berlin. Guarded by Laie. A very big height difference, as you guys can see. As Berlin goes up, near uncontested with Laie guarding him. Gets the easy basket. So now Laie will take it up. Swings it down to Hodge. Hodge to Laie. Laie to Monroe. Monroe hits Roscoe. Roscoe gets up there. Hits it to Cook. Cook goes up. No good. He tries to get his own rebound, but Folst will come down with it. Folst driving. Hits Conroy. Conroy to Berlin. Huge height difference here as Cook will come in for the steal. Cook hop step. Very fundamental there. Got to make your layups, though.
That's kicked out of bounds by Braden Hodge. Ball will go the way of the Falcons. And that's just a tough one there. You can't miss open layups like that. It was a beautiful jump stop. Got the defender to fly by, but you got to finish. And that's one of the things I talked about Coach Marcini with before the game was execution on offense. You got to execute plays like that. As a deep ball to Folst. Folst with PJ on him. That layup is no good. Morris with the rebound.
We talked about it. Those layups are killer.
He's bringing it up the court to Roscoe. Roscoe driving in. He looks out to pass. Gives it to Hodge. Hodge moving.
Now Hodge hits it to Morris. Morris has the ball double teamed. Hits Robinson. Robinson to Roscoe. Roscoe hits Grable. Grable backing him down. Trying to get big on him. Hits it to Robinson. Robinson to Morris. Heavily guarded by Conroy to Hodge. Robinson deep 3. The putback from Grable. A beautiful play.
Putback. Like, I mean, he soared in there, grabbed there, put it back up before even touching the ground. That's what you want. That's a hustle you want in a game, close game like this.
100%. It takes very, very high skill to make a play like that. As Folst will take it up. And Robinson will tip that out. It'll end up back in the hands of Folst. And so now with it is, Silvius. Silvius drives on Hodge. Loses his dribble as he hits Folst. Folst hits Conroy. Conroy guarded by Morris. Primary 6-man of the year so far. His pull-up from Silvius. This is no good. Rebounded by Grable. Now Grable will hit Morris. Morris goes up contested. He's called for the foul. Morris, incredible performance off the bench so far this year. Very, very impressed with him. Shooting 50% from the field and 71% from 3. 5 for 7.
And now Morris going to the line. Morris, we haven't really seen many free throws out of him this season, so that's something we'll have to keep watching as he sinks his first. That'll put him on the board tonight. Cook coming back in for Roscoe on the Rockets side. Subbing in on the Falcons is Herchik, and I believe that's Stelzer?
Stelzer.
I thought I was reading that right. Morris's second free throw doesn't fall in the hands of Folst, so he'll bring it up for the Falcons.
And so Folst with the ball guarded by Robinson. Folst swings it down to Silvius. Sylvius loses his dribble. Very, very tight pass to Fultz. As Fultz pulls up with from 3. It is good. That's your star player out there.
Yeah, that cuts the difference down to 1 tonight. Rockets 12, Falcons 11 as Morris brings it up for the Rockets.
So Morris hits Robinson. Looks like they'll take their time over here. Hits it to Hodge. Hodge, nice bounce pass. And that's why he's shooting 71% from 3 right now.
A beautiful shot there for Dallas Morris, putting him to 4 points tonight. Just a minute left in the first quarter.
So taking it up right now will be Sylvius. Sylvius loses his dribble. Sylvius to Conroy. Conroy hits Fultz. Fultz looking around. Fultz stutters, loses it to Hirchik, back to Fultz. Fultz drive, goes up mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Cook, the rebounding specialist. He gives it on to Hodge. Hodge drives, hits Morris. Morris, corner 3, no good.
Oh, that's a tough one. So Hirchik will grab the rebound for the Falcons. Grable went to punch it out. Slight miscalculation with the speed, coming a bit too hot. Give him a bump. They'll give a push on the Rockets. That'll be Grable's first tonight. And now inbounding it for the Falcons is Stelzer.
Yeah, I mean, basketball is very, very fast-paced, and those are the types of things that happen. As Conroy gets the inbound. Conroy guarded by Laie. Conroy hits it over to Sylvius. Sylvius drives, goes up contested, no good. Rebounded by Grable. Grable's 3rd rebound of the night. And now taking it up is Morris. Morris spins, hits Grable. Grable, his signature floater, and it's good. Grable having a great game off the bench tonight so far.
Good game for Grable.
As Conroy drives in, he's just called for the foul.
Yeah, foul on number 10, Dallas Morris for the Rockets. That's the teams that fit this quarter, putting the Falcons in bonus, so they're shooting 2. Well, there's only 7 seconds remain left in the first quarter.
I mean, I don't hate them fouling, but you definitely do want to be careful.
Yeah, they are kind of spreading it out, though. I see lots of guys with 5 different guys with 1 foul. No one with more than 1. It is only the first quarter, but yeah, you do definitely have to watch the fouls early in the game.
Well, yeah, we have talked about how their fouling has become a problem as he sinks his first. But to have it spread out among all those guys where you're not super worried about getting into foul trouble, that's okay. I'm all right with that. As he misses it, but Hirchik gets the rebound. He goes up, gets fouled again. He'll be shooting more free throws. Very, very heads-up play there.
Yeah. And so this time it's actually Hirchik at the line. He is yet to score tonight.
Hirchik having a pretty good, just got that rebound down there on the other side of the court. Now getting this rebound.
Free throws, no good. And 5 seconds left in the game. 2 seconds, or a second and a half there in between the free throws. As the Rockets still lead by 5.
Well, I actually like them bringing Roscoe back in, pretty much just trying to say, we're not going to let that happen again. We need to get a rebound right now.
For sure.
So he misses a second, and just like that, Roscoe gets the rebound. He's swinging that down to Conroy off the steal. And that is just a poor ending to the first quarter.
Very poor ending there. And one thing I was going to say before that play happened there, Roscoe does lead the team with rebounds. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game. So that's another thing that you kind of want to look for. Times where we're going to need rebounds, you're going to be looking for that number 2 on the floor.
I mean, absolutely. His stature isn't necessarily the largest, but he has a very, very high vertical, so he can definitely get up over opponents. And then also, rebounding is a skill. He's one of those guys where he could see where it's shot from and know where the ball is going to miss at.
Yeah, completely. He's real good at just tracking that ball in the air, and that's why I've seen him a little bit at football. He didn't actively play. He didn't actively play football, but he did come to a few practices over the summer, just having fun. And, he can track the ball real well. That's why they were actually looking at him to be a DB. I personally got to talk to him about it. And, well, if he didn't care so much about basketball, he would have. But he loves this sport. He wants to play this sport. And we saw the work he put in the offseason. And that work really is counting off for him this year as he's excelling real well.
Well, I interviewed him earlier in the season, and he did tell me he played a lot of AAU basketball. He spent a lot of time in the gym with PJ, and it's one of those things where I'm sure he would have loved to play football. I'm sure he would have been great at football, but he kind of took a second and was like, I can't do that. I need to focus on basketball, and I respect it.
Yeah, completely.
And so now subbing in is Confer for the Field Falcons. Bringing up the ball is Laie. Laie guarded by Stelzer. Now Fultz with it. And Janier sloppy, but it will not be a backcourt. Does need to get it up. Cook hits Laie. Laie calling a play. He did tell me before the game he does want to try to start slowing things down and start taking stuff at his own pace. So now Cook swings it down to Monroe. Monroe hits Roscoe deep. Roscoe hop step, throws it off his hands. And Conroy gets called for the double dribble.
Yeah, the refs informing the coach over there. You can see it. He grabbed under the ball there to keep it from falling out of bounds, and then brought it back in twice. So that is a double dribble there. I don't know. So
it's hard, but there's not much else you can do. It's a rough situation. As Cook gets the inbound to Laie to Monroe, running a very quick offense here. Hodge, corner three, no good. Definitely a design play there.
And the ball will fall in the hands of Confer, and now Fultz to bring it up.
And Fultz hits Stelzer. Stelzer, was that called out of bounds?
Yeah, it looks like he took a step out of bounds there. So now Cook will rebound it or inbound it for the Rockets to Laie bring it up to start this offense.
Yeah, I have so much respect for the refs because honestly, I didn't even see that. Score is currently 17-12 with 7 minutes left in the second. Roscoe with the ball. Roscoe looking for options as he passes it right into the hands of Hirchik, bringing up his Fultz. But Hodge with the steal, his second of the game.
And Cook tips it into the hands of a Falcon, Adrian Monroe there to grab it. That'll be a jump ball staying. It'll actually go back the way of the Falcons.
And that's one of those things about Hodge. Hodge is great with the steals, 2.7 steals a game.
Yeah.
But he also leads the league in turnovers with 3.3 turnovers a game. So he's definitely a very high-risk, high-reward type of guy.
Yeah, completely.
So now Conroy taking it up. Hasn't been subbed out yet. Passes it down to Confer. Confer to Fultz. Fultz deep three, no good. Was rebounded by Hodge. Hodge hits Cook. Cook with the layup. This one's good.
That one falls.
I think he thought last time. He took his time, slowed down, and executed the play. Very, very good.
Yeah, and that one will put Cook on the board for the Rockets as we get a substitution when the ball goes out of bounds. Coming in for the Falcons is number 11, Paxton Silvius, and number 5, Jackson Berlin.
So now Silvius will be taking it up, guarded by Monroe. Silvius will drive, and Monroe will be called for a blocking foul.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, and that's tough because Monroe really is just walling up there. He's a physical football player. He, I believe, he had second-team all-district honors in football there as a defensive back. So you can see that physicality from football coming out here on the court.
And it's one of those things where if you go get a couple blocking fouls a game, you don't want the same player doing it. It's okay. The ball is stolen. Laie with the ball now. Laie hits Hodge. Hodge to Monroe. Monroe hits Laie. Laie to Cook. Cook to Hodge. He's moving the ball around, trying to find options.
Passing circus here for the Rockets as Hodge drives, gives it out to Cook. Cook drives. Out to Hodge. Hodge for three. That one doesn't fall, but he gets fouled on the shot. He'll be going to the line, shooting three. Foul on number 11, Paxton Silvius.
Very solid this year from the three-point line so far, 46%.
Yeah, he's shooting 46 for three, which is real impressive in high school basketball.
And, Laie is shooting 42% from the field, and he's second on the team for that. So that's definitely something you got to look at. It's just his three-point efficiency is so great as he sinks the free throw.
That extends the Rockets' lead by 8. They're now leading at 20-12 with 5:46 left in the second quarter, the first half. Here comes the second shot. That one falls. Or pardon me, was that the third?
That's the third, yes.
Yeah, I missed one there.
Yeah. He's so smooth with it, you can't even tell. Hodge picks up the steal, gets the lay. Hodge goes up, misses the layup. A big consistency has been missing layups is Silvius will get the rebound. Silvius will drive. He tries to hit it over to Confer as it gets tipped. Hodge tries to get that steal, go out of bounds on him.
That'll stay the way of the Falcons. Rockets lead by 9.
as we talked about before the game, this is very, very fast-paced. What we were kind of talking about, it's two teams where where they lack in depth, they make up in hustle.
For sure. Now here's Fulst with an open three. He hits it. Cuts the lead down to 6.
The second three of the night.
5 points for the Rockets, or 5-point difference. 5 minutes left. Wow. I just had it.
And Laie takes it up, brings it up to Roscoe. Roscoe to Cook. Cook gets Monroe. Monroe to Laie. Laie drives, hits Cook. Cook to Monroe. Monroe to Cook. Cook drives. Hop step. Gets walled up as he passes it out of bounds. Going the way of the Falcons.
Yeah, when Janier had 3 guys on him there, it's a tough way to drive it out. Falcons fans not happy.
It's their ball. What's it not to be happy about?
Yeah, I know. I think they were looking for a travel there.
So now currently bringing up is Silvius. Silvius guarded by Monroe. Now Silvius hits Confer down low. Confer with the height advantage, taking his time right now. As he's called for a double dribble. Was that a travel?
Yeah. No, it was a double dribble there. I think they're asking, the Falcons bench and fans are asking to say Monroe tipped that, but refs did not see it. They just saw the ball stop and then get dribbled again. So that will be a double dribble, and now here's Laie to bring it up.
So now Laie guarded by Confer. So now pass to Robinson. As you said before, they're just going to pass it back and forth.
And Robinson goes with a shot. We're going to call a charge on Chris Grable there, setting a screen. And that's a tough one there. I mean, that'll be Grable's second foul, though. It's Cook coming back in for Christopher.
Yeah, coaches, they don't seem too upset about it. They just understand it. It's basketball. Yeah. It's nothing more than basketball.
Yeah, stuff like that happens, and now here is Conroy with P.J. Robinson on him tight.
So Conroy backing him down, hits it on over to Fulst. Fulst to Silvius, sorry. Conroy passes it right over to Cook. Cook with the ball now with the steal. Taking up will be Laie. And Laie hasn't even taken a shot yet. As he spins down to Hodge. Hodge thinks about it as he drives. Cook in the corner. No one on him. No good. Rebounded by Silvius. And so now Fulst will take it up. Fulst hits Conroy. Conroy to Silvius. Silvius thinks about it, decides not to. So Fulst. Fulst, lanky figure, and he definitely uses it. He pulls up from mid-range. No good, rebounded by Roscoe. And Roscoe, he will get fouled.
Yeah, that foul falls on number 50, Sam Confer for the Falcons. That'll be his first of the night. Team's second this quarter. As the difference is still 6. Falcons at 15, Rockets 21. 3:26 left in the first half.
Yeah, and Field is definitely a very, very large team. I mean, you can look at Berlin out there, and you can look at Confer out there. 2 very, very big guys holding down the post. And now Robinson with the ball to Laie. Laie to Hodge. Hodge thinks about the corner 3, decides not to as he hits Roscoe down low. Roscoe to Cook. Cook to Laie. Laie to Hodge. Great ball movement for the corner 3. No good. But it will. It's going down. Scrappy as Roscoe will get the ball. No foul called on the ground. Laie to Cook. Cook thinks about it. Laie goes up. And no good. I like the shot, though. We just talked about it, him not shooting.
Yeah.
That's something he needs to do more, and I appreciate that right there.
Yeah, that was a good take there.
And so now bringing it up will be Fulst. Fulst to Confer. Confer drives. Little floater. No good. Has a little bit too much meat on it. As a foul is called.
Foul. I don't know. Oh, that falls on at number 5 for the Falcons, Jackson Berlin.
Yeah, and they're just exchanging fouls here. Right, currently on the floor, everybody has a foul.
Yeah, lots of fouls called in this game right now. The Rockets have a total of 6 in the game, or more than 6 there. I believe it's 8. Got a lot of fouls though going on. Yeah. 8 between the 2 quarters.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely tough, but it's one thing they just have to move on from it. And we're going to cut down to Arthur.
All I got is, the Rockets are just kind of out hustling and working their butts off against the Falcons. They're getting steals, running down the court, scoring, and getting the steal before half court hits. The score is close right now, but I feel like the Rockets can pull away because they're hustling, and it looks like they're in much better shape.
All right, thank you, Arthur. And Bryce, as we're getting close to halftime, what halftime adjustments do you think Coach Marcini is going to be making here in the locker room?
I think the first thing we got to look at is the rebounding.
Yeah. And that was actually, I'm going to cut you off there. One thing I talked about with Coach before the game was the key to success tonight, and one of his points was just rebound. We got to get those rebounds. He also said we got to pressure the ball on defense, which we've been doing a great job of doing. I don't know if you've seen that. We will keep one man full court, and then also he said we just need to execute on offense, which I touched on earlier, which we haven't really been executing too much. Missing a lot of open layups and stuff that we shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, they're not playing too bad right now. And I think we're looking for, along with that, we got to look for consistency. Just keep up completely. The lead. As Laie hits Hodge. Hodge to Laie. Laie hits Cook. Cook to Roscoe. Roscoe goes up contested, and it's good. So now bringing it up will be Silvius. Silvius guarded by Hodge. Hodge, very, very good defender for the team this year. So now with the ball, Conroy. Conroy swings it on down to Folst. Folst gets screened. Thinks about shooting, but he gets it up to Conroy. Conroy, deep three. No good as Laie gets a rebound. Laie hits Cook. Cook hits it back to Laie. After a series of passes, gets to Roscoe. Roscoe will lose the ball.
And
he'll kick it.
Yeah, off his foot, out of bounds there. So you're running down the baseline.
That's tough. He didn't mean to do it. It's just, it's something you'd be upset about, but you move on. Yeah,
and here we're seeing that pressure defense, full court press for the Rockets as Conroy drives. He goes up for two. It's the bottom of the rim, rebounded by Roscoe. Roscoe now to Robinson. Robinson to bring it up for the Rockets.
It's a Robinson. Thinks about driving. Hits Hodge. Hodge to Cook. Cook backs him down. Hits Robinson. Robinson short corner, and it's good. Love the short corner. It's one of those things you never expected, but when it hits you hard.
Yeah, it truly does, and that will extend the Rockets' lead to 10, 25-15, as now here's Folst.
Now Folst guarded by Laie. Folst has 6 points already off of 2 threes. Passes the ball to Silvius. Silvius to Conroy. Conroy. He tries to hit it to Herchick. Tries to lose the ball, hits it right back to Conroy. Conroy to Folst. Folst hits Silvius. Pulls the three in his face. No good. Rebounded by Cook. Very good rebound. Not letting Herchick get that. As Laie has the ball. Laie drives. Hits Robinson. Robinson. Deep three. No good. Rebounded by Folst. Now Folst hits it to Conroy. Conroy to Berlin. Berlin, the giant, goes in. No foul is called, but it will be out on Cook. Going the way of the field. And now I believe that is Cook's first block of the year.
That is his first block of the year. Yeah, he's not had one yet.
So Laie, the only one on the team with the block so far, he has 2. Maybe that's one of the things they need to work on. Yeah. But I know they don't have a ton of height. As Hodge goes for the steal. Almost gets that backcourt, but Folst holds his feet.
There's 30 seconds left.
To Silvius. Silvius down low to Herchick. Goes up, contested. Rebounded by Roscoe. Great rebounder. He drives. He goes up onto. He's fouled.
Oh, nearly an and one there for Roscoe. One thing I'd love to point out, he's already at 5 rebounds tonight, so a great performance from that young man.
Well, and that's the thing about Roscoe. He only has 5 right now, which is not a little by any means, but for him it is. But just because he has 5 doesn't mean he's not doing stuff all around.
Yeah, and also one thing, Roscoe, this is his first, but you want him at the free throw line for the Rockets. He's shooting 88% from free throw this season.
And that was before him making those 2 there.
Yeah, that was before that.
So yeah, very, very solid from the free throw line. The free throw line, the only thing it is hustle. And we jinxed it. We did this all last year. He jinxed it.
That's it. We're done talking about free throws. We did it last year. We're not doing it this year. As there's Cook on the left side.
Fortunately, Robinson with the rebound at least. As he turns it over on down to Herchick. Silvius. Cook gets his own steal as a travel is called. Going the way of Falcons.
Yes, that'll remain Falcons ball. Coach Marcini not happy about that steal there. A little bit of a lackadaisical pass. He actually threw his water bottle over there behind the bench. Not happy at all.
Nothing we haven't seen from Marcini before, though.
Yeah.
It's Laie.
As Laie gets a steal, punches it out of bounds, stays the way of the Falcons. Less than a second remains in the first half.
Well, that's all they got to do right now. Keep the clock running. Don't let them get a shot off. keep that 10-point lead.
The ball is tipped out of bounds under the hoop to bring us into halftime. Now with Rockets lead by 10, 25-15.
Leading our team currently is Braden Hodge with 5 points. Actually tied is Ryan Roscoe and Braden Hodge, followed by Ethan Lai or Dallas Morris with 4, sorry about that, and Chris Grable also with 4, then Adrian Monroe with his 3. They've been doing pretty good, a lot better than their last time I was here against Norton. They were looking a little sluggish, weren't able to score on those fast break drives. Just before yesterday we were setting up for this game. I actually was able to kind of get a little look into their practice. They were doing a couple of, 2-on-1 drills that looked really good. Coach was getting a little angry with them with some of their mental mistakes, but overall they were looking a lot better than they were with that game against Norton. And then also they were doing some contested shot drills. Always love to see them working on those. But to keep us going with our stats, we got the Falcons. They were doing they've been doing pretty good for themselves, but their big leading scorer has been Mason Fulst with 6 points, followed by Jackson Berlin with 4, then Paxton Silvis with 3. And, I think the big deciding factor with this game so far has just been the Rockets' combination of offense and defense. They've been looking really good, really fast, just really attacking that rim and doing everything they can to get the points they need to win this game. And a lot of it has just been, their ability to kind of just get downfield faster than the other team, winning those fast breaks, things of that nature. But, over the stats, some of the things have changed. Obviously Ryan Roscoe still leading with 18 points per game. He's also leading in field goal percentage, rebounds per game, and also points on the season and rebounds total for the season. Then for assists per game has been Ethan Laie, steals per game, Braden Hodge, and blocks per game, Ethan Laie. So a lot of big names on that list. Those guys have been playing really well, especially Braden. I've loved watching what he's been doing tonight, getting in there and causing some steals. Braden Hodge actually tonight currently has 4 steals, which is great to see out of him, out of a senior who, has to kind of show out and prove himself, maybe if he wants to play at that second level and keep his spot, because, all those younger dudes, backups, and even those JV players are trying to get into playing in varsity. Everyone's fighting for that spot, so he's got to keep his game up to really solidify his. And, another big name that's been going on is obviously Ryan Roscoe. He's been taking that game over. It's been insane for him. He's been scoring. He's been getting steals. He's been doing everything he can to make sure his Rockets win. And it's been great to see him, step up and kind of take a leadership role. Him and Ethan Laie have been kind of the 2 big leaders. And even though Laie may not have everything, all the points on the scoreboard, he does sure attract a lot of attention, which is a big thing that you have to have, is you need to have that one guy that can take a lot of attention off maybe some of your dudes who need to get a little space to create those openings. But, Streetsboro overall has been a little shaky this year. Only won 1 game before this against Ravenna. Actually, I believe they have won. They actually have won one other game. It was against Springfield. So they are currently 2-4 on the season and are currently sitting at 5th in the MAC. So this will definitely be helping their chances at getting that MAC championship. May be able to overtake Cloverleaf, who's currently 2-2 in the conference. So definitely need to keep an eye out on that. Coventry, Woodridge, and Norton. Norton's number 1, Woodridge number 2, Coventry number 3, Cloverleaf 4, and then shortly behind Cloverleaf is the Rockets. So hopefully this game, if they're able to pull away, they'll be able to take that 4th spot in the conference, and maybe even later on in the season, hopefully overtake Coventry and maybe get up into Woodridge and Norton, fighting for that number 1 spot. Be great to see if they can do that. Always love to see these Rockets perform well, and love to see them, playing the way they are. They've just been, again, so physical, so fast, so attacking the rim so much, just trying to do everything they can to win this game and not have what happened against Norton. Again, that Norton game was just, they came out, slow, not really attacking, just not really going for points. Just seemed like they were more concerned passing the ball around. And it's great to see them doing what they're doing. But, we are closing in to the end of halftime. So here in the next couple minutes, Trevor and Bryce will come back to you. I am Marcelo Vecchio, ending our halftime report for Rocket Sports Network.
But then he turned around and
Welcome back to halftime, everybody. The current score is 25-15. We got about 50 seconds until they kick back off.
Yeah, and one thing I would love to point out for you, if you aren't already, be sure to follow us on all of our social medias. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you're listening on now. It is Rocket Sports Network on Instagram and Facebook, and then also Streetsboro Athletics on X, or formerly Twitter. And that is, a good way for us. We'll be giving you content all the time, score updates, when we're going live, stuff like that, all that and more. And also, if you'd like to hear a little bit more about the athletes, be sure to check out our podcast, Behind the Bench. And that is for interviews with all Streetsboro High School athletes. Behind the Bench is on all major streaming platforms. Also, you can go to it on rock889.com.
Yeah, and so, starting off, didn't look horrible so far from the Rockets. I mean, 10-point lead. Holding them to 15 in the first half, that's pretty incredible. That's something I don't think we've talked about much. That's definitely very, very solid defensive work from the Rockets, which is something they've kind of struggled with because they're not super huge. But it looks like they're starting to play up to their height. And so now Cook with the ball. Cook to Hodge. Laie. Laie to Roscoe. Roscoe to Laie. Laie drives in, hits it to Hodge. Hodge to Monroe. Monroe has it, hits to Cook. Laie with the ball. Laie drives, thinks about it, hits to Hodge. Hodge considers to Monroe. Monroe to Cook. To Monroe. Back to Hodge. He's kind of running that circus play we talked about earlier, where they just kind of move it around and wait till something gets open.
And now here's Hodge on the far side. He puts up a three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Roscoe. Once again, he goes up, gets fouled on the shot. That foul is going to fall on number, 5 there. Jackson Berlin.
That'll be Roscoe's third time at the line this game. So pretty solid getting up there as he sinks his first. A very, very good free throw shooter.
Yeah. And the one thing we did talk about how Hodge really hasn't been taking that many shots, but here tonight we just see a point where he's taking the shots. They're just not falling for him. So we're probably going to see a bit less shooting out of him as Roscoe sinks his second.
Well, I mean, I 100% do agree that he has taken more shots, but part of it is before the problem was his kids weren't taking shots. Mm-hmm. So actually, I don't 100% hate it, but I do think he needs to dial it down a little bit. I do agree with that part. So now currently with the ball is Confer. Confer backs him now, uses his big figure to get in there and gets it up.
Oh, and Roscoe on the inbound steps over the line before getting it to Hodge, and that's a tough mistake to make in a game like this. It's only a 10-point game, and the Falcons are now getting the ball under their own hoop.
Yeah, it's those silly mistakes that would have been killing the Rockets this year. And so Conroy passing it in, hits it over to Silvius. But Hodge with it. Hop step, goes up.
Another missed layup.
And this will be rebounded by Confer, and now Conroy will be taking it up. Sorry, a little bit of a tongue twister there. Both got very similar last names. Now Silvius.
Confer under the hoop gets fouled by Hodge. They're going to call it, I believe that's going to be on the shot. Yep. So now we have Confer going to the line for the Falcons. That's just, once again, a tough one. Hodge's second foul. He's not very happy about that.
Yeah, and so Confer now. Very, very big stature. He still's got athleticism under him as he sinks his first.
And really, player of the game-wise, I don't really know who it's going to be. Tonight's player of the game will be brought to you by Giannino's Pizza on State Route 303 in the Streetsboro Plaza. Giannino's offers pizza, chicken, and JoJo's along with hot Italian subs. Have Giannino's cater your next party or event. You can call them at 330-626-4700.
So now Laie with the ball. Laie puts it on down to Monroe. Monroe to Cook.
Cook gets fouled there at the top of the key. There'll be a block on number 5, Jackson Berlin. We got a sub coming in for the Falcons. It'll be Herchick coming in for Berlin.
Yeah, they're a very, very tall team, the Falcons are. They're definitely using it to their advantage on the rebounding side. So with Laie with the inbound, he hits Roscoe. Roscoe goes up contested, no good. And Roscoe just keeps getting back to the line.
Right back to the line. He's 3 for 6 tonight. Hopefully looking to extend that.
Yeah, I mean, he is a good free throw shooter. And even in high school, 50% from the free throw line isn't that bad. You know, professionals, they like to be, I know, around 70% above, 80% above, but I mean, that's been read about where he's shooting, and this is not horrible for him. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, Trevor. Every time we talk about somebody's free throws, they always miss them. I think we actually went on a little streak there where we were silent for free throws for a game or two that season.
Yeah, last year we were. Ryan will sink the first, not the second.
I mean, did we?
4 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Gets in the hands of Hodge to Cook. Cook driving in, kicks it out, but the pass is stolen by Conroy.
And so Monroe will tip that out. Still going the way of the Falcons. And that's that scrappy ball that we talked about earlier with Field. And they play very, very scrappy, very, very physical. And they don't have a ton of depth, but they pretty much say, we don't need all the skill and all the depth in the world. We just need hustle over you guys. And it's working for them. His Hirchuk tries to hit it off of Roscoe. Roscoe to Laie. Laie, hop step, hits Monroe. Monroe goes up. He will be fouled.
Hard. Yeah, Foltz going up for the block there. Put a hand on Monroe's shoulder, knocked him down. He's confused on that foul.
And so I did talk to Laie before the game because he has been in a little bit of an offensive drought. And one thing he told me is he wants to start shooting more once he gets to the basket. And what we saw there is the complete opposite of that, where he gets to the basket and he passes it away before letting a defender get to him.
Yeah, and Monroe misses his first. Lining up for the second now. Rockets lead by 9, 28-19 with 5:43 left in the third quarter.
This is his second, too. Folst with the rebound, though. It's enough. Folst guarded by Laie. Folst hits Hirchuk. Back to Folst. Folst pulls up from 3. It's good. Folst, 3 threes on the night. Has 9 points. Shooting the lights out as Laie drives. Swings it to Hodge. Hodge, corner, 3. That's his bread and butter right there as he throws it down. Hodge looking exceptional out there. Taking it up is Silvius. Silvius drives. Silvius hop step, fadeaway, mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Roscoe. Roscoe taking it up quick. Hits it to Monroe. Monroe up. Laie, layup. He misses. Tries to get his own board as Roscoe will get back up off the floor. Misses the putback, going the way of Field.
Yeah, that tipped off the hands of Laie there. As Robinson coming in for, looks like, yeah, it'll be for Monroe. But that was a very quick series there, back and forth. Rockets back to a lead of 9 after after a 3 from both teams. Hodge finally ending up, what was the, three-pointer miss streak there. But
that's
as we're getting into a timeout here, I'd like to bring your attention to our social medias again. So that is Rocket Sports Network on Instagram and Facebook, and then Streetsboro Athletics on Twitter, or now X. And yeah, be sure to also follow the YouTube channel. If you're listening now, you already found the YouTube channel, so you can always subscribe and turn on notifications so you get alerts whenever we're going live with your favorite sporting events. So yeah, be sure to go and check all those out. Coming out of the timeout, looks like Morris comes in for the Rockets instead of Laie. Give him a little bit of a breather.
And that's something me and Laie talked about is at the last game, as you guys saw against Norton, he played every single minute until the last 2 minutes of the game where they subbed him out because it was just deep bench at that point. And so very, very tired Laie. And so it's good to see that now that they're starting to take him out and get some more time out there. And so now Folst with the ball. Folst hits Confer. Confer almost loses it. Holds on to it. Folst. And Silvius, no good with it. Collisions all over. Hodge with the rebound. Hits it to Morris. Morris to Roscoe. Roscoe tries to hold on to the ball as Conroy gets the steal. Conroy to Confer. Confer driving, hits Folst. Folst, 4-3. Bangs it. His 4-3 of the night.
Yeah, he is
cutting the lead down to 6.
Very hot there as Morris brings it up for the Rockets. He gives it over to Hodge. Hodge on the left side. Conroy on him tight.
And Conroy, very, very tight defender out here. Laie already about to come back in the game. And a foul is called on Confer for the reach-in.
As Laie coming back in, give Roscoe a little bit of a break. He's been having a great night. He's got 8 points, 8 rebounds. So just as many rebounds as he does points. That's impressive there.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Looking at a double-double action. As Stelter's about to come in for Confer.
Yeah, and now that will actually be the 5th foul on the Falcons in the third quarter. So Robinson to the line now. First shot, no good, off the front of the rim.
Such bad luck. And, 4 minutes left, getting into the bonus. It's not a good look for the Falcons. They're going to be able to pick up some easy points because of this if they can keep drawing fouls like that.
Just shy of halfway through the quarter here, and the Rockets already in bonus. Robinson's second misses, rebounded
Here, he's been pretty solid with the rebounds tonight. Picked up at least 4, 2 of them offensive. It's now Fultz will take it up, gets it to Stelzer. Stelzer hits it over to Silvius. Silvius checks down to Fultz. Fultz down to Conroy. Conroy to Stelzer. Laie pops it up in the air, comes down with his own ball. That's a steal for Laie. Laie drives, goes up, no good. And so Laie is going to try to hawk him down. Doesn't quite get it as Fultz backs off. Hits to Conroy. Conroy to Fultz. Fultz thinks about it, decides not to. Silvius, he drives, hop step, goes up with a layup. It's good. Very athletic play.
Leads down to 4 now. Rockets 31, Falcons 27, 3 minutes left. Coach Marcini is fuming at these missed layups. You can just see it on his face after. Now Robinson has it at the top. He'll drive in. Fouled by Silvius.
Well, and see, that's the nice part right now. You know, he looked like he was trying to draw a shooting foul. It was just called a reach-in foul. Same outcome anyway, so it's very, very heads up to just try to get as many foul calls as you can. You know, he missed the last 2, but shooters are going to shoot. He knows that he can make free throws, and he knows that the best opportunity for the team is to shoot free throws. As I almost jinxed it on that one. Yeah. Sloppy, but a basket is a basket.
That'll be Robinson's 3rd point tonight. They're lining up for their 2nd. Ginger Giant, Chris Grable coming back in. Look at the substitution off the make of P.J. Robinson. Hodge going to catch a breather.
And Grable is a great guy to bring in when you're losing momentum. It's, you know, as we saw earlier in the game, it's the offensive rebounds for the putbacks. It's simple stuff like that you don't think about, but takes such a high level of skill.
Yeah, Rockets running a full court zone here.
Now Fultz with the ball. Fultz to Silvius. Silvius drives, goes up, and he makes it as he's spinning around.
Very athletic there. As the ball gets to Roscoe. Roscoe going up, driving, fouled hard. He's going back to the line for his... This is going to be 2 more shots for him, so he's going to be shooting 10 free throws tonight. And that's really where you get the true test of man there, is when you're at the free throw line that many times. You get to see that practice that you put in the offseason. Right now, 4 for 8 from the line. 88% on the season before this.
Yeah, if he can keep getting those foul calls, keep shooting the free throws. Yeah. It's very, very efficient the way you do it. You know, for most people shooting, it's guaranteed points on the board as he sinks his first. And I mean, as we said, coming into the game, he's shooting, what was that, 88% from the free throw line? Yeah, 88%. Misses his 2nd. There's a ball. Ball goes out of bounds on Hirchik, going the way of the Rockets.
The Rockets retain possession under their own hoop. Lead is a 5 right now. 2:44 left in the 3rd quarter.
And now we knew this was going to be a close game, Trevor, but it's looking shaped closer than we thought. So Laie can't find anyone to pass it to, just kind of hucks it up to P.J. Robinson. Robinson drives, hits Roscoe. Roscoe tries to hit Morris. Morris, 4-3, no good. So with the rebound is Fultz. Fultz guarded by Roscoe. So the 2 best athletes on the court right now. So Roscoe stops him as now Silvius with the ball.
Yeah, Rockets staying in a man defense here. Silvius picks up his dribble, back to Fultz.
Now Fultz driving with the left hand, hits Conroy. Conroy almost loses the ball, hits on to Stelzer. Stelzer guarded by Grable. Great defense right here from the Rockets, not even letting him get to the hoop. He tries to hit a step back. No good. Now Morris with the ball. Morris drives, hop step. And a foul will be called.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a block there on Conroy. Kind of stopped in front of Morris doing a hop step. So now Morris going to the line for the Rockets. His 2nd time appearing at the line tonight. 1 for 2 at his first bat.
Now Conroy, only about 5'9", 5'10", but he's sitting down there with Laie looking to get that rebound.
As Morris sinks his first. And looking at the rosters here, they have Conroy listed at 6 foot. If he's 6 foot, then I don't know.
I was talking to him pregame, and I am taller than him, and I don't even know if I'm 5'9".
I'm standing at 5'10", and I'm taller than him. Morris misses his 2nd. And it looks like we're going to get a foul on Ethan Laie there. A little bit of a push. Rockets lead at 6. 1:56 left in the 3rd. This game is close, and Well, a lot of stoppage to the clock, so it's going. It's taking a while.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's all them. Free throws take time. It's now Fultz with the ball. Fultz hits Conroy. Conroy drives. He tries to get it down to Hirchek, but the ball will get on the ground. Roscoe gets it. Roscoe out of ball tonight.
Yeah, a lot of ball.
Rest him up, and you got to get ready for the end game now. It's very, very close. Stelzer gets the ball. Stelzer to Silvius. Silvius conflicted on what he wants to do. Chucks it down to Hirchek. Hirchek to Stelzer. And Laie tries to get the steal. Ends up back into the hands of Confer. Confer goes up, and it's good. Confer, great game tonight. Very, very large figures. He gets his 8th point. Now Laie to Monroe. Monroe hop steps. He's called for a travel. Looks like he didn't get both feet down at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where the travel was on that. Coach Marcini also looking confused. But as you know from if you listened last year, we never argue with the refs.
No, I mean, the way that they position themselves, a large majority of the time, they will be correct.
Yeah, they have a much better angle than we do up here in the booth. And now here's Conroy with Hodge closely on him. Comes off the hip of Hodge, out of bounds.
And Hodge, a very, very physical defender. He doesn't have the largest stature, but he's very, very fast, and he uses that to his advantage. So taking it up will be Stelzer. Stelzer to Conroy. Conroy slips, ends up in the hands of Hirchek. Hirchek to Stelzer. Now currently Silvius. Silvius to Confer. Confer backs him down. Silvius, deep three, no good. Rebounded by Roscoe. Roscoe looks phenomenal, spins. Monroe catches it. Goes up, right-handed, no good. Rebounded by Silvius. Now Silvius will drive. Silvius, pass face, up, layup. It is good. Silvius, phenomenal night tonight, getting his 8th point. Laie taking it up. Very, very quick right now. They'll slow it down with Roscoe with the ball.
2 seconds
remaining.
Roscoe
drives.
1. Quick shot from Hodge in the corner. That one doesn't fall. 37-33 here as we're getting into the 4th quarter. Very close game. 4 seconds. And now we have Arthur down on the floor.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like down here on the bench, it looks like the team is really amped. Every time a shot goes up, they're getting up for the team, make or miss. The coaches aren't too glad about the performance right now. Just kind of turnovers and losing the ball and whatnot. But the players are super amped about the performance. Like I said, getting up for every three, every shot, make or miss. The team is really into it. They just got to, like I said, make shots.
All right, thank you, Arthur. And real quick, before we get back into it, once again, if you would like some exclusive interviews with Streetsboro athletes, be sure to check out our podcast, Behind the Bench, right now hosted by Arthur Scott. I believe that's going to be transitioning here in the second half of the school year. But Behind the Bench is on all major streaming platforms, as well as rock889.com if you head to the programming and then podcast center.
Yeah, I mean, Arthur, he does an absolute phenomenal job. A Division I athlete himself, going to Wisconsin to play football. He's a defensive end. Very, very large guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
but also, him being a Division I athlete helps him get inside the mind of athletes during those interviews and really gets a good information out of them.
Yeah, I know that 100%. That's the reason we have him back there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the way that he connects to any athlete, I mean, I couldn't do the job that he does.
No.
It's very, very phenomenal what he does out there.
It
doesn't go unnoticed.
It's one of a kind, the athletic mind that he has. So we're getting into the 4th quarter now. 8 minutes of play left in this game. It's only a 4-point game. Rockets ahead. They've been ahead the whole game. And now it's Falcons ball at midcourt.
And so as we said, Fultz played a lot of basketball. He comes back in. Fultz currently with 12 points. Tries to spin, goes up, stolen. Laie gets the ball. Laie drives, uses his track speed to go up with it, and it is good. Laie, first basket of the night, very late into it.
Yeah, very late into the game. And
so
now
Fultz with the ball. Fultz will drive. Can't find many options. He hits it to Silvius. Silvius gets stuck as Hodge gets the rebound. Laie goes in. Laie, take your time as he gets it to Monroe. Monroe, hump face, good. And a travel is called.
See some shocked expression on faces there behind the bench from some of the female athletes and also some of the football players' teammates. And now Monroe having a little conversation with the ref.
Can't be too mouthy right now. It's a very, very close game, 6-point ball game. You don't want to have anything bad happen. Technical free throws. He wouldn't get ejected, but you never want to be on the wrong side.
And I've played many years of sports with Monroe. He's not one to mouth off, really. He'll just have a nice conversation, stay respectful as he's guarding Fulst. Fulst picks up his dribble, gives it over to Silvius. Silvius now at the top of the key. Roscoe on him tight.
Guard by Roscoe. Roscoe playing phenomenal defense tonight. Hodge pokes it out until Fulst 4-3. It goes in. Fulst 5 threes on the night. They need to stop him somehow. As Roscoe hop step, thinks about it, hits Hodge. And Hodge is called for a travel. Hodge not happy.
Not happy about that call. And here is, Conroy to inbound it for the Falcons. 6:59 left. 39-36. Only a 3-point game now. Monroe.
Guarding Silvius. And Silvius right now having a phenomenal game, really moving the ball and not getting many turnovers. He goes up. Will not be shooting.
It looks like another going to be a push on Adrian Monroe. That'll be his second foul tonight. And that's a tough one. Monroe is he's a strong young man. He looks small, but he's sturdy. That comes from that football strength we talked about earlier. So when people try to drive on him, he doesn't really move, and that works against him there.
Well, that's what I love about multi-sport athletes. This Confer puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Roscoe. Roscoe will drive. Hits Hodge in the corner. Hodge thinks about it. Pulls up for mid-range. That is good. Love the mid-range shot. He knows the three's not working. He's like, let me take a couple steps forward. Give me an easier shot. And that's exactly what he just did.
And that'll be his 10th point tonight.
Looking very, very solid. Now Fulst has it. Fulst hits it to Silvius. Silvius to Conroy. Conroy, 4-3. It's good! Joey Conroy, 4-3. And now Laie has it. With 6 minutes left in the fourth. Only a 2-point ball game. As Laie almost gets the ball stolen. And now Monroe to Laie. To Hodge. Hodge, 4-3. Bang! Braden Hodge never slowing down. Great play by Hodge.
That'll be his third three of the night. And now here's Laie guarding Fulst. Fulst picks up his dribble, gives it down to Confer.
Confer, big man, great post moves. Gets it back to Conroy. Conroy to Confer. Confer drives, gets big. And a foul is called.
A shooting foul there.
I thought they were about to call a charge.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be an offensive foul there, but it ends up being an and one. And a bunch of substitutions here on the court. Monroe coming out, Robinson coming in. Cook also coming out. Oh, Morris came in as well. And then also coming in for the Falcons is Berlin.
Now only a 3-point ball game with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left as Confer will miss his first. It's okay. Roscoe gets it out to Morris. Morris to Laie. Laie all business right now. He's guarded by Silvius. He's called for a travel.
And that travel really stumps me there. I've played a lot of basketball, watched a lot of basketball. He took a step to slow down, and then he used his pivot foot. I don't know where the travel is seen there, but as we always say, we got a good advantage on the court.
Yeah, I believe his pivot foot just might have slipped a little bit, and it's just
that'll get you.
It's tough, It's nothing he means to do. Yep. Now Confer with the ball. Confer, phenomenal game so far. 15 points, all from the 3-point line. So from deep three, Silvius, no good. But it's an over the back foul on Confer.
Yeah.
Confer not happy about it.
I mean, Confer was quite literally riding PJ like a horse there. He was on his, PJ was bent over and, Confer was on his back. Both legs in the air. I mean, you saw it just as well.
Oh, yeah, we all saw it. He was, I mean, it was up there, and, he just, hopefully you can stay calm, stay collected, and finish out this game strong. Up 3, they have the advantage, but they can't lose it. It's now Laie with the ball. Laie gonna take it slow as he gets it to Roscoe. As he gets to Robinson. Robinson in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Silvius. Silvius gets it to Confer. Not Confer, but that was Folst with his 6th 3 of the night to 18 points. Absolute sniper out there.
That also will tie up the game. 4.5 minutes left, 44-44, tie ball game. Rockets now moving the ball around their own arc. Looking to find something offensively to do here. Laie drives a little bit, gives it over to Hodge. Hodge picks up his dribble back to Laie. Laie driving, gives it out to Morris. Morris under the hoop, he goes up, missed the layup, gets his own rebound, fouled hard there. I believe that one is also falling on Confer. That'll be Confer's 4th foul tonight. Oh, actually, no, that'll be his 5th. He's out of the game. That's his 5th foul tonight. Doing a little bit of arguing.
He's not happy about it, but and
So
so
now-
I do.
Yeah.
So he does still have one more foul to give. He is not ejected. It is 6 fouls to get
Is
ejected.
it 6
It is
now?
6. So he is not. He's
believe-
not out of the game,
I
but
believe it was 5 to foul out.
I do believe he's still in the game. We'll get some confirmation for you guys on that, but he might be able to get back into the game later in. As Morris misses his first tie game, need to be careful with that. And so we have Trevor looking up right now if he is ejected or not. It was a little bit unclear right there. Sinks a free throw to put him up 1. As he'll be taken out. And so he is limping off the court. Those free throws, those were pretty much just to make sure he could still play.
And it is 5 technical fouls here. I looked it up on the OHSA website, and it is 2 technical fouls or 5 personal fouls to be done for the day. So we will not be seeing Confer at all for the rest of the night.
Which is huge because he's got a ton of rebounds, and he was up to about 10 points when he got taken out. And so now Folst will have it. Folst hits Silvius. Silvius screen as he hits it back to Folst. Can't leave Folst open too much. He's been lights out from 3 as Conroy gets it. To Berlin. Berlin goes up, and he's called for a foul.
Yeah, Roscoe called there on a foul. That's a tough one. I didn't even see too much contact there. It's not even like Roscoe got driven in on. He was just kind of standing there with his arms open. They got called for a foul. And now here is, Berlin at the line. Big boy sinks his first. That'll tie the ball game up, 45-45.
Well, just something to note is, different staffs of referees, sometimes these guys are very, very consistent, which they do like to call contact. We've got calls, they've got calls.
Now we have a full timeout for the Falcons as they take the lead the first time in this game. 3:43 left, 45-46. And I don't even have anything for you right now, Bryce. I'm speechless.
I mean, yeah, this right here is where you get into crunch time, and we're going to go down to Arthur real quick. I'm sure he's got some more to
As of
say.
right now, it looks like the Rockets are kind of losing their lead. Not losing their wind or anything. It just looks like the Falcons are just kind of picking it back up. The coaches are pretty not satisfied, but they're pretty content in what the Rockets are doing right now. Just got to keep up what they're doing and keep the hustle up and not let the Falcons get ahead of them.
All right, thank you, Arthur. And so heard that there from Art. A very loud gym. Hold on, I'm just going to let you guys listen to the crowd here. Falcons have a great showing over there. I love to always talk about this. I love it when visiting teams travel because it really, the Falcons crowd really came out to show, and it's impressive, especially in a close game like this. Usually you get the home advantage of having a crowd with you, but here you don't. You just it's almost even with the amount of people here tonight. As now Hawaii will bring it up. Looks like the Falcons are in a 1-3-1 defense, one of my favorite zone defenses. And now here's Hodge.
Now Hodge back to Laie. Laie super calm under composure as he passed it into Folst's hands. Folst will kick it out of bounds. Still going the way of the Rockets.
3:33 left in the game. Hodge on the far baseline, or far sideline, pardon me.
So Hodge, a great passer. He's the guy you want passing in for sure.
Yeah.
As Robinson has it. Robinson to Hodge. That design play we saw from earlier, but it doesn't work out as they collapse on it. He tries to hit Laie. As Laie gets back on defense, makes sure they can't get something easy. Very heads-up play by Laie there. It's now Conroy with the ball. Conroy guarded by Robinson. Gets to Folst. Folst to Hirchik. Folst has it. Folst looking for his 3 points. Very, very hot from the three-point line so far. Definitely looking for his threes as they gets it to Silvius. Right back to him, though. So now Folst guarded by Hodge. Very quick perimeter defender. Right back to Silvius. Now Silvius with it. Silvius will drive. As a 5-second violation is called. Is that a 5 seconds in the paint?
I believe an offensive 5 seconds in the paint.
Yeah, I saw him counting down. I mean, you gotta. It's something good to have. You know, you don't want to have a big guy like, you know, the Confer we saw earlier. He could just kind of sit in the paint there. So it's definitely something good to have. As Hodge gets it. Deep three. No good. Oh, there's no clash.
Robinson, two guys jumping for the rebound there. Robinson runs in to Hershik. They're going to get Robinson on a push there. And that's another one of those just like tough calls. It's kind of two guys both going for the ball. They both jumped into each other. I don't really know what to say about that one.
Yeah, you know, something just to note there is, you know, with Joey Conroy of the other team picking him up, it's one of those things where you can tell, even though it's a close game and even though, you know, things are heated, at the end of the day, they're all playing a sport, and it's all just a game to them.
Yeah, like, I mean, you love to see sportsmanship, especially at a high school level. There's no need for any unsportsmanlike stuff, okay? They're all high schoolers. They're all still going to school. Everyone, well, not tomorrow because tomorrow's a Saturday, but everyone had class earlier today. And now here is Fultz to bring it up for the Falcons with Monroe on him tight.
It's enough Fultz to, he'll go back. It'll be off his own foot going the way of the Rockets. And now that right there is a very, very costly mistake with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in the game. Rockets down by 1. It's getting serious now. And so now starting lineup is back in. Shouldn't be any movement. Maybe we'll see PJ or maybe Dallas come back into the game for the Rockets. But it seems pretty set here as Roscoe gets it to Laie. Over to Hodge. Hodge to Roscoe. Roscoe for the oop. That's good. Unbelievable play. Just phenomenal.
There's Conroy with the grab of the pass with Monroe on him tight. There's Conroy with the grab of the pass with Monroe on him tight.
Conroy.
And this crowd is going
stuck.
crazy as he picks up his dribble. It looks like we're going to get a timeout the way of the Falcons. Nearly a 7-second violation.
And Monroe just looking awesome out
Monroe,
there.
he's guarding him like white on rice. We talked about it earlier. And sorry there. We talked about it earlier. He is a football player, a defensive back for the Rockets here. He's an excellent defender. Some sort of honors there. You're really seeing that come out here in a game where you need to have that defense.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see for the Rockets, their players did not sit down for that timeout.
Yeah,
they have their hearts pumping, and they're not going to change anything.
Yeah. No, in a situation like this, from an athlete's perspective, your adrenaline is going. You're ready to get out there, go start the next play, and this crowd has even started to pick up here on the Rockets side. A little bit of a student section down there cheering along.
Man, everybody right now, they're just having a ton of fun on both sides, and that's what you like to see out of high school sports.
Yeah.
You know, nobody over here is fighting. You know, nobody's getting ejected off of technical fouls. You know, he played hardball. That's okay. You know what happened to Confer as Fultz has it. Fultz goes up, blocked by Laie. Unbelievable.
Big block there on the baseline. It will stay the way of the Falcons. 1:35 left. Rockets lead by 1. Falcons under their own hoop. And this is just getting intense here as we're getting into the final minute of this game.
Well, that's exactly what you need there from Laie. It's that clutch defense that you absolutely need out of your players.
There's Fultz with the deep inbound to Conroy, and they're going to call Hodge on a hold, who really was just setting up to play some defense. That'll be Hodge's third foul tonight. And that'll put the Falcons in bonus. Not something you want here at the end of the game. Falcons only have 2 fouls this quarter, so the Rockets need a lot to catch back up into bonus. And Conroy 6 his first, tying the game up here. 1:34 left. Robinson subbing in for Monroe.
I'm kind of baffled by that because Monroe was playing the phenomenal defense that made them call a timeout just a second ago.
Yeah.
As he sinks the second. Now Laie with the ball, down by 1, 1:30 left. This is where it matters, folks. You know, Laie tries to get it over to Hodge. Hodge almost baffles it. You know, Roscoe with it. Roscoe to Laie. They're going to take their time for a moment here. Not trying to rush anything, making sure they don't get a turnover, just have the best possible play. So Laie just trying to run a play here, just get anything going possible.
Yeah, commanding the offense. The Rockets passing it around. It's a 1-3-1 defense for the Falcons. Again, real good in a situation like this where you don't want them getting a deep shot. It's hard to get somewhere on the arc against the 1-3-1, especially there's a lot of situations for traps there and steals. And now there's, wow, Cook gives a pass it down to Robinson, goes through the hands of Robinson, out of bounds, 55 seconds left. That possession there took 40 seconds, or pardon me, 40 seconds off the clock. Not what you want when you're down. Now it's in the hands of the Falcons. Only 55 seconds remain. Conroy to inbound it.
Conroy taking his time. He gets it to Folst. Folst is dangerous. Folst drives.
Laie on him tight. Folst driving in.
Folst nowhere to go. Hits it to Conroy.
And another foul called on Hodge. He attempted to avoid contact there. A little bit of bumping. That's another tough call here tonight. Conroy going back to the line. He shot 2 for 2 that last foul, and now he's up again. Sinks the first. Lead extends to 2.
That's why free throws matter. And now Robinson will come in for Monroe right now. This is brutal. And so they're going to have to make, you don't force a 3, but you need to make a play off of this. And they get their own rebound.
Rebounded by Laie, and actually there's going to be a foul called there on Herchick.
Laie, he's kind of grabbing his ankle a little bit, a little sore, but very, very heads-up play by Laie there. That rebound is absolutely game-changing because if they got the ball back there, you never know what could have happened.
Yeah, and that'll be Herchick's first foul of the night. Brings their total up to 3 for the quarter. 42 seconds left. Coach Marcini calling the boys in. He sits them down, pulls out the drawing board. We got a full timeout here. That means a minute.
Yeah, I mean, just they're sitting down now. They're going to try to start getting something going here. It's just tough for them. This is very, very tough to be in a position where you were up almost all game, and now they're kind of trailing away at the final minutes. And at this point, it's just take the game slow. Don't rush anything. Hit a shot. Get back on defense. Make a play. You don't want to. Don't force a 3 right now. You don't want to do anything other than just go out there and play basketball against any other possession.
Yeah. You're right. This is just becoming a game of defense now. The Rockets have the ball. Coach Marcini, I've seen the genius of inside his basketball ring. Coaching at Streetsboro for 15 years now. This is his 15th season, and I know he has it in him to drop a play. We got some excellent shooters. Robinson, Hodge. We got Roscoe can get it in the paint if we just want to go for the tie-up. Even Cook and Laie can both shoot from the perimeter. So you're looking at how do we get somebody open against this tough 1-3-1. And now here's Laie. Gives it over to Hodge. Hodge driving in, back to Laie.
And now Laie has it. Down to Roscoe down low. Roscoe goes up. It's rebounded by Hodge. Hodge gets it to Laie. Laie to Robinson. Robinson for 3. Bang!
That's what you want to see. Rockets take the lead by 1. 21 seconds left. Timeout on the court. I didn't even see who took the timeout.
Unbelievable shot by Robinson. Robinson hasn't played great all night. Only his 7th point, but that's huge.
That's huge. That is a time. He hasn't taken very many threes today. I'm losing myself here in my stats. PJ, that's 1 for 3 tonight. Okay, that was his 3rd attempt on the night. Swishes it in a very tense situation. Now the Rockets are up by 1. Still have the Falcons in in bonus there, so we still have to be careful about fouling. But what a way to swing the momentum back to the Rockets. And that Falcons crowd is dead silent right now. And the one thing I would love to point out, the student body here. So we do have a decent student section over there back in the corner. And then if you look behind the bench, the JV team, the girls team, football players supporting their teammates. We have a great crowd out here, and everyone's hyped for their team. And now here comes the inbounding for the Falcons. It'll be Conroy, full court man defense for the Rockets. And the ball gets in to Silvis. Silvis now bringing it up.
Silvius guarded by Laie. Laie, very, very solid defender tonight. Silvius gets stuck.
10 seconds left.
Hits it down to
mid-range.
Fultz pulls up. As he sinks it.
Coach Marcini calls a timeout. Lead goes back to the Falcons. 4 seconds left.
And that's his first non-three-pointer of the night.
That will be the first non-three-pointer of the night. That brings his total up to 20 points tonight.
Now this is tough.
Coach Marcini calls 5.5 seconds remain, actually. Pardon me, a little clock, the clock operator a little slow on that. Now we have a minute.
Pull it. You can't even do that.
Oh, Arthur's down there having a conversation. I thought. All right, so we'll see if we can get to Arthur here. All right, we can't get Arthur. He's lost. He's talking to everyone over there. Like I said, he's over with that JV team, talking, looking for the shots. Coach Marcini now drawing up yet another play, as the Rockets only have 5 seconds to get it down the court and shoot a shot. They're down by 1. The Falcons do have room to foul, though. They still have 2 fouls till we reach the bonus.
And so my question to you, 5 seconds left, 1-point game. Who's taking it?
You know, you got to look at a bunch of things here. Robinson hit that clutch 3 there, but he's also 1 for 3 on the night. Hodge, 3 for 10 on the night, but his last 2 have came back-to-back. He's yet to miss after those. So really, you know, and looking at the lineup we have on the court here, Roscoe can shoot. Laie also a good shooter, but we got Hodge and Robinson down on either corner to try to kind of pick apart this 1-3-1 they've been playing, but Falcons now go to a full-court man. And now here's Cook to inbound it. Cook gives it to Laie. Laie dribbling up 4 seconds, 3, as there's a foul on Silvius.
They're not in the bonus, though.
No, not in the bonus yet. Like I said, they do have that bubble room to stop the clocks. Now 3.2 seconds left in the game. Cook to inbound it at half court. And there'll be a timeout called on the floor.
And I almost wonder if that was the kind of their idea there was, let's just get it up the court. I think they knew they were about to get fouled.
Yeah, well, you mean, because now there's the foul trouble aspect of it. You have to look at whose hands the ball is in. Man, I had a little bit of a stroke here. And right there, you see the coaches all collaborating in front of the bench. Players down. Hodge can't even sit down. And both coaches now just really discussing what we want to do here. You can see Falcons head coach talking to his team over here on the Rockets. All the Rockets coaches collaborating. And we do have another longer full timeout here.
And so for the coaches aren't even talking to the players right now. The only thing the coaches are probably saying right now is who's taking the shot. As we cut on down to Arthur.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's about 3 seconds left in the game. You know, the Rockets, it's a really intense atmosphere right now. You know, it's only going to be 1 or 2 people to get the ball. It's going to be Hodge, it's going to be P.J. Robinson to hit the game-winning shot. You know, it's very, very intimidating atmosphere right now. Regular pairs are full, but I think the Rockets can get it.
And you can see all there surrounding Arthur. You got the JV team standing up, and the student section's on their feet. Even the whole part of the Falcons crowd is up on their feet. So really, you were looking at it's going to be a dramatic ending either way. You don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
And now the Falcons back in that 1-3, a high 1-3-1.
So now,
never mind, they might be going to a bit of a man here.
So Cook will inbound.
And we're moving the spot back a little bit.
It was not that far back before.
It was not that far back. You can see Cook clearly confused. And now here's the inbound.
I guess all they can do is work with it.
He gives it in to Laie. 2 seconds. 1 second.
Goes
he pulls up. No good. That'll be the game. Field Falcons take the victory in a heartbreaking loss for the Rockets here tonight. Final score 50-51. Bryce, when you look at a loss by 1 point, you got to think. Line, but played an excellent game, had tons of pivotal steals, 3-pointers to catch us back, to kind of extend our lead there a little bit. So really, I think that's my favorite looking into it tonight.
I mean, yeah, 6 steals, it's hard to argue.
Yeah.
And so tonight's G. Nuno's Player of the Game is brought to you by G. Nuno's Pizza on State Route 303 in the Streetsboro Plaza. Giannino's offers pizza, chicken, and JoJo's along with hot Italian subs. Have Giannino's cater your next party or event. Call Giannino's at 330-626-4700. That's 330-626-4700.
And I would love to mention that Braden Hodge will be receiving a larger 2-item pizza from Giannino's on State Route 303. Once again, the final score
is that was 51-50. Unfortunately, the Rockets could not pull this one out.
The next game is going to be on December 30th here against the Rough Riders of Kent.
Yeah, and so again, tonight's Giannino's player of the game was Braden Hodge. And thank you guys so much for following and making this game possible. And so our analyst of the game was Trevor. Camera operator was Dylan Bagford, did an absolute phenomenal job. We had Milo down in the station helping to keep this game nice and clear for you guys. And as our statistician, we had Cam Wickham. Phenomenal game, man. Phenomenal game. And I'm your host, Bryce.
Alongside Trevor Kimlowski.
Good night, everybody.
Man.
Just the way it goes, Art.
Whatever, nigga.
Can't control that shit.